Thank you.
Mildly. That was one of the strangest games in recent memory. I know you guys study a lot of metrics, and the metrics of that game would maybe never be repeated or add up. No penalties. You guys scored 3 goals in 4 minutes to grab that win. How would you describe the finish, Potsy?
That's unreal. It's a character of our team. It's a big emotional win. Coming off a back-to-back travel, down a goal late in the third, and to come back and win, I think was huge for our team. It just shows what we're capable of. I think that'll give us confidence moving forward. If we're ever down a goal in the third, we know we have the ability to do it, and we just got momentum on our side, and we had fun out there. Like it's so fun playing games like that and doing that, winning in that fashion in front of that kind of crowd. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's almost like, and we've seen this a lot over the last 2 months, like that's an intangible to go to dig a little bit deeper and be able to pull out something like that. Most teams just are unable to tap into that. You guys have done it consistently for months now.
Yeah, no, for sure. You never want to be like too high after a win. Each win's a win, but an emotional one like that, it definitely gives us a lot of confidence. And we had that extra gear, and we kind of took that game over in the last 5 minutes. So credit to our team to battle and stay with it like that and not shut down. And I think we were out shooting them by a lot, but pucks weren't going in and just stuck with it. And then eventually, they went in.
I gotta ask, what time did you guys actually get home last night, and how difficult was that, like getting back on the ice? I mean, you guys do this quick turnaround all the time, but it seemed like last night was particularly late.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a Zamboni malfunction last night, and in between the second and third period, overtime shootout, LA traffic at like 1:30 in the morning. It's unbelievable. So I think we got home around 3, and then you still got to drive back to your house, and then by the time you get to bed, probably close to 3:30, 4 o'clock before we're getting to sleep. So it's part of the business, though. Part about being a pro. I think they are traveling from San Diego as well, so we just gritted that one out, and it's part of the game.
All right.
Good.
All right, man. Cool. Great win. Let's go. What's up, man?
How are you?
Super excited finish, obviously, to that game. Man. 3 goals in 12 minutes to just go and grab that victory. Your description of the finish of that game?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Once again, it kind of felt like a playoff game. The fans really brought it, which was awesome. Yeah, it just kind of shows our will as a group. Kind of never out of a game. I think we've done that, a couple times recently. Sometimes lost, sometimes won. But we're never out of it, which is, I think a great thing for us, especially going into playoffs.
Yeah, your teammate Potson used the word character. That you guys have so much character on this team, and to see what you're able to do there. A lot of teams just would have, hey, we're tired, played pretty good, had a lot of points in a row, but you guys dug into some intangible that we've seen a lot in recent months. Can you describe that? You guys are able to tap into that?
Yeah, it's just a resilient group. Character, like he said, shows a lot about us. And kind of, like you said, kind of getting home at like 4 o'clock last night. Not the easiest thing to come to the rink and play and win. But I think everyone kind of dug in as much as they could and got the job done. And now we have a day tomorrow to relax, and we'll head to Calgary on Monday.
Ryan over here. You obviously had not the game-winning goal, but you had the goal to take the lead 3-2 with only 42 seconds left. How was that? What was your initial reaction when that goal went in to put your team on top?
Yeah, it was actually Potsy that scored that. I scored the first one, but it was a great play by Potsy. Kind of saw. I think I was in the slot. He just kind of had, he's a good player. He makes a lot of good plays. Yeah, it's a great goal by him. Big time goal.
Ryan, you had your 21st goal tonight. For a first-year player, that's a pretty great rookie year. How would you assess, how you've been able to develop your game throughout the course of the year compared to maybe some of your expectations you had earlier in the season?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of always set the bar high for myself, just kind of makes me compete a little bit more throughout the year. We got great leaders here that really do make it easy for us younger guys to fit in and go out there and play our game. It's been a good year so far. We got to finish it off, continue it through the playoffs, and yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Great
it.
win.
Thank you.
NC State one.
Man, Gino says, when are you in here?
Is he allowed in here? North Carolina.
Let into this. And I'm looking around. Now I know.
Nice shoes.
That's what we were talking about. You gotta scuff him up on the way out.
He's a sneakerhead now.
Yeah, I know. Her fears ruined me.
You said your teammates, man, the end of that game, given all the travel you guys have had, given that you were down, tapped into a lot of character that we've seen over these last couple months, if not longer at this point, from the Firebirds. Your view from the ice of those 3 goals in 4 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, we believed the whole way. We just felt like if we stuck with our game, kept playing how we were playing, you know, something was going to go in for us. We had so many chances, and their goalie obviously played really well, and we just wanted to get to the net, create a little bit more traffic, and bang home a greasy one, and, you know, it ended up working out towards the end there.
Feels like, I mean, so many teams, especially at this point in the season, and again, given the travel that you guys have had, could have thrown in the towel at that point with a couple minutes left, but you guys asked your teammates, like, you guys have tapped into something a little more intangible, use the word character, a little bit deeper, that you've seen a lot, points in 13 games in a row. I think it's 22 out of the last 23, something like that. Seems as though there's an expectation to win basically every game at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I think we hold ourselves to a high standard, and we've got a really competitive group of guys, and, you know, playing in front of a sold-out crowd at home, you want to get a win, and stuck with it, and, you know, made it happen.
That'd be pretty difficult to come back, get home so late last night or this morning, have to take the ice again. But was that ever was that a challenge for you guys? It seems like it probably wasn't because of how much you guys wanted to get back out in front of this crowd.
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge playing back to back, and, you know, having a 4-hour bus ride after a 7 p.m. game, and, you know, getting in super late. You know, you're a little bit tired, so it's just something you got to push through and overcome. And, you know, seems like we've been able to do that all year.
All right, thanks, man.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Great win.
Thank you.
Very nice goal.
Thank you.
Their shoes on the way out.
What happened to the chairs? What's going on? No, the system is different. It's making lesser this whole room questions. This question configuration is weird.
Yeah, feels weird.
Doesn't it feel
Yeah,
feels strange?
I do. Do you? Hold on though. Do you feel strange all the time?
No.
Okay.
Good percentage. That was good. What did not feel strange was the end of the game tonight. It was pretty damn exciting, man. I'm sure from your perch on the bench that and probably some other adjectives like pride, I'm sure would be right up there as well.
Well, I think a lot of credit goes to the guys. Yesterday, we got a point in Bakersfield and clinched a playoff berth. Um, and that's certainly a goal at the beginning of the season to get back to the playoffs. But this game felt like a playoff game, and for a lot of the game, we played really well. They're a good team. They have certain attributes. They answered back with, how they play, and it was a battle, and it took 55 minutes for us to keep going and keep playing our way, and dig out a huge goal by Potsy. It was reminiscent of some other goals last year. Him coming down the wing there, Ontario game late in the game, coming back but it was a huge goal there, and then the I think it was about 4:42 on the clock when he scored, and the bench's mentality was, we're getting the next one, we're gonna keep getting the next one, and we go out and get a huge goal from Max there at the net for the game winner, and I really enjoyed tacking one on with the effort from John Hayden and Husey and Shorzy there with the game with making it 4-2. So it was a kind of felt like a playoff game, and it was one we responded to.
Playoffs will come soon enough. Got 12 games left, right? The 60-game threshold. What would you like to see this last dozen games? Obviously, you guys are in pole position. Got points in 13 consecutive. You're playing extremely well. These last dozen games, what would you like to see from the Flyers?
Yeah, I just think a continuation of how we've established how we're going to play and how we're going to win hockey games, and they play making the playoffs is certainly a goal at the start of the season. But we have other goals a little higher than that as well. So that's not done yet. And mentioned the pole position. We'd like to get the pole position, and that's not done yet. And we have a certain number of wins we want to get to. That's not done yet. And so there's a lot to still play for. And that mentality, that strive, that effort, that compete is what we want in the last 12 games.
So you obviously made the playoffs last year. You're making the playoffs this year. How does this year compare to last year, or maybe even different?
I you know I think every year is different. Whether you're doesn't matter what level you're coaching on. Every year is different, and I think a little bit early on in the season we were leaning on last year's success, and this team had to find a different way and their own way, and I think we've started to do that. Um, but we also it's last year's success in the playoff runs. I don't know if everyone's expecting it because of last year, but it's not easy. It's very difficult, and this team needs to find their own way. It's not gonna happen. We're not gonna find ourselves back in Game 7 in the Calder Cup Finals. It's a long and arduous journey and travel, and that we've now achieved making the playoffs, but there's a long way to go.
Coach, what is that game winning total that you were mentioning that you had as a goal?
Oh, that's for us.
Okay.
That's for us. We still got a chance at it. I'll just say that.
Okay.
Yeah, and you guys obviously got home crazy late this morning.
Yes.
Talk to the guys about that a little bit. How important as you guys get, a little bit closer to the postseason, was it to see that they didn't use that as an excuse to go out and lay down on this one, but they continue to fight to the end?
Yeah, it was. We've had a couple of these in the last 2 or 3 weeks. We had some travel to San Jose for a 3-4 and playing in San Jose on Sunday. And this one was, when the schedule came out and you saw you're playing Texas on, I think today's Saturday. So I think that was Wednesday. And Bakersfield and always seems to be, more than 4 hours on that bus ride back from Bakersfield, which it was. And this was going to be a tough one. Thankfully, Texas, played here, and they had to play in San Diego and travel last night to get to here. But this one was going to be a tough one, and I credit to the guys. I told them after the first, I thought that could have been our best period of hockey in the first period. A lot of jump, a lot of speed, a lot of compete. We were heavy on the forecheck. We were winning puck battles. The score was 1-1. I get it, but I thought that was our um, best period of hockey, maybe the whole year. And as the game unfolded, we got behind and we had to keep battling, keep clawing. Which to the credit to the guys, I have 3-4, tough travel, tough game against a good team. Texas, they play with a lot of speed and they play fast. They got skilled group up front, and we it was a great effort from the guys.
Alex, one more question over here. You as a former player, and you made the playoffs during your career. Have you
A couple
ever
times.
honed in on your experience and saying, "Hey, this is what I've done as a player," and use that experience to tell these guys what it's like in the playoffs?
They do not want to hear about my experience in the playoffs. So I've had a couple of them, but you know, really, it's all about these guys, and they're. We're fortunate. Andrew Podorowski's had a ton of playoff success. He's won the Calder Cup a bunch of times. Last year, we get to the Game 7, and should have been his third time in a row of winning the Calder Cup. But it's all about these guys. The best time to play of the year is the playoffs. The most time you can prove yourself as a player is in the playoffs. And again, credit to these guys. We're 12 games left, but we've secured that opportunity to play in the playoffs now, and we just want to keep building with our game. We want to keep getting better and better and better because it's a extremely difficult thing to win in the playoffs. So hopefully we're prepared for the road ahead.
Not a question, but a comment to conclude. Hockey aberration. 0 penalties tonight. Either way, none.
Yep, I did notice that. Doesn't happen very often. Yeah, I don't have any